Hey guys, welcome to Car Talks. You know, I think I'm not going to do these car talks anymore because, I'm only getting maybe 100 views, or maybe even 70 views on these things, and I'm really just not. It's really not worth my time, and I guess I'm just really not good enough at it because not enough people are watching these videos. Does that kind of attitude sound familiar to you? If it does, you lack self-confidence in yourself. Just like I do, just like everyone does, especially in IT and tech. We all tend to have this self-confidence issue to where we don't, we don't think we're good enough. Maybe we just dip our toe in the pool and not get the response that we think. We don't get this glowing response about oh, you are the greatest thing, Adam. I love these car talks, or I have all these different companies just flocking to you and thinking that you're just the greatest. In your opinion, that's probably the definition of success. And if you don't lack the self-confidence in yourself, you're going to think, well, if I don't have that immediate success, then I'm just obviously not good enough, and I'm going to quit, and I'm just never even going to try again. I've been there. I can't tell you how many times, and it wasn't until I really started to gain some self-confidence and honestly not give a shit what other people think about what I do. If I enjoy something, and if I know that I'm helping some people out in doing that, I know, at the end of the day, I'm going to have a net gain. There's always going to be haters out there that don't like the stuff that you put out. Think you're stupid, think, oh, that's ridiculous, he has no talent. But there's always going to be more people, typically, now I say typically, than, what you're going to have haters. If you find the overwhelming majority of people just think you're ridiculous and maybe you need to still have self-confidence in yourself, and maybe you need to change your way of your way of presenting, I guess. But anyway, that's not the point. But the point is, honestly, if you love doing something and you get a lot of you learn a lot of things, you get a lot of great feedback from it, from some people, but other people not necessarily, do it anyway. This all came from a conversation that I've had, that I've seen. I'll go back in Twitter especially, and at conferences and really everywhere. It's just kind of that mentality of imposter syndrome. I'm in this position. I have this great job. I'm doing these cool projects. I have this company, but I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm an imposter. I'm somebody else sitting in, and I don't care. I'm not good enough at speaking. It runs the gamut. It's ridiculous. We all need to get over this bullshit and then just do it. I know it's hard to say, but it's hard to get up the courage and kind of change that mentality. But what you'll find is once you kind of have these small wins, you have small win, which then will give you a little bit more momentum to have another win and another win, and eventually that ball keeps rolling, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to roll on its own soon. So you'll get more confidence in yourself as you get these small wins. Small win will end up being a little bit bigger win, until, maybe one day you'll be, you have everybody showering their love for you and, saying you're the greatest ever. And it happens. It happens all the time to ordinary people like you and I. It's just all about having the self-confidence just to stick yourself out there and do something. The main reason I wanted to talk about this is because of a recent conversation that I had, a recent development in my career that I've had. So I've been very entrepreneurial for 10 or 15 years. I've always had a side hustle, and it wasn't until the past few years that I really began to get some self-confidence, saying, you know what, I am good enough. I'm good enough to do. I'm pretty good at writing. I'm a pretty good engineer. I still don't like calling myself a good engineer or a great writer. It sounds stupid, but I'm learning to have more self-confidence in myself. And as a result of that, as I've been able to build up my business slowly but surely, I've been able to get to the point to where I have enough income now to quit my six-figure job, and I'm to the point now where I'm willing to do that. Now I'm going to negotiate with my employer to see maybe we can go contract or part-time or something like that to keep benefits. But I have the leverage now to say, I don't necessarily need the job. Sure, I like the work, and I enjoy I enjoy the work to do, but I can't do 40 hours a week. I don't have the time to do that. So I'm now in the transition period to kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I've talked with my boss, and kind of told him the situation. I can't do the 40 hours a week. I'm an entrepreneur. I have to feel fulfilled in life. I have to be able to do the work that's strictly accountable for me. I'm the one that's solely responsible for the wins, the losses, the money. I don't want to have a steady paycheck for the rest of my life. That's just not motivating to me whatsoever. What's the motivation if you're going to get, $1,000 a week or whatever you get? What's the motivation to try to produce $1,500 worth of value? That's my opinion. So that all kinds of goes back to the self-confidence thing. Just a few years ago, there was no way that I would have the self-confidence to go to my boss and say, you know what, I'm not happy. Something has to change, and if something doesn't change, I'm going to quit. That's a big thing, especially for me as the sole breadwinner in my family, making six figures, great benefits, working remote, flexible time, all this stuff. It's a great opportunity it's probably the best opportunity that I could ever hope for if I wanted a full-time job. But that all goes back to that self-confidence thing. Before there's no way I would do that. I would just kind of I don't want to say suffer, but I would be okay with kind of getting by and enjoying my work for the most part, dealing with the stuff that I just don't like to deal with a full-time employer, and just not pursuing my business opportunities as much as I wanted. But now, since I have the confidence and I've built up those small wins over time for my side businesses, I have the confidence now to stand up and say, stand up for what I want. I want to pursue my business, and I'm confident not only to go to my boss, but I'm confident in my ability to produce. I'm confident in my ability to provide as the sole breadwinner for my family based on our current lifestyle. I'm super confident that I can do that. And once you have that confidence, everything else in your life, in your career, really seem to go to a different level. People don't see you as a braggart. They don't see you as somebody that thinks they knows it all. You're always going to be humble because we're in tech, we're in IT. I mean, IT pros, we're always going to be humble geeks. We're not going to think we're all that. But you don't have to think you're all that and be some conceited asshole to have self-confidence. Self-confidence is just having confidence in yourself, not saying I'm great, your skills are terrible, I'm a better developer to you, or I'm a better sysadmin. We're never going to do that. It's just about being confident and being willing to to take the risks like you normally would, because you have that confidence in yourself. So have confidence. Have as much confidence as you think you could have. You don't have to boil the ocean in one. Small wins. Take very, very small wins, and then go from there. Build and build and build, and eventually one day, you'll be able to have a job, or be able to have your own business company, work for yourself, and do what you want to.